What is up, fellow fans of Clash of Clans? Thank you so much for stopping by the video. It is your host, Galadon, and yes, I am still proudly a part of Tribe Gaming, and Tribe just finished a fantastic and highly competitive week of CWL, but perhaps the most impressive part of the entire week was on day 7 when Alt.aTTaX, yes, the World Championship clan, came out and completely 3-starred every single Tribe Gaming base to take over first place and to win their bracket in Champion 1 of CWL. Yes, it was very bad luck that Tribe faced Alt.aTTaX at all, but they did. It was exciting, and Tribe had an amazing week. 6 of 6 victories those first 6 days with a ton of 3 stars and amazing attacks. But yes, Alt.aTTaX lived up to their name with some very unusual 3 stars, and of course, they lived up to their World Championship reputation with 45 of 45 stars against Tribe on day 7. So I thought it would be fun. Let's go ahead, because I got permission, to take a look at some of Tribe's bases and the 3 stars, starting out with AST against Knowledge. And yes, you're going to see some weird bases here. Both sides tried to come up with strange defensive layouts to confuse their opponents, but check this out right here. Come on, look at this strategy. This was amazing. The invisibility spell, flawlessly placed, skeleton spells, earthquake spells, and that's right, despite the recent change that stopped people from zapping out of existence clan castles, AST takes the CC out with some earthquake spells, skeleton spells, and invisibility spells. Amazing, really 1200 IQ strategy to watch right there. And of course, this does set up for a pretty strong follow through with the 3-star. And again, an alternate attack, a very unusual attack. You've got Sui Hero, which we see a lot, but the Lalo portion is a frozen Lalo. That's right, we've got a couple of those big Ice Hounds rolling in. And watch, the first freeze from the first Ice Hound is pretty much probably what AST wanted, and it's beautiful to watch the way this worked out. The king tanks for the queen right here, and then the super wall breaker opens up the wall. On the right hand side, you've got the royal champion with the unicorn. And yes, obviously we have also seen, in addition to unusual army compositions, unusual hero slash pet pairings, and that, I admit, is the first time I had seen somebody put the unicorn with the royal champion, and it worked out really well. Then check it out right here. Royal champion just about to go down. Boom, another invisibility spell. Beautiful placement. Obviously, the intention was she gets the multi-target Inferno and the Grand Warden statue, but she ends up running off, way off course, because she's chasing those skeletons, and AST goes ahead and starts the rest of the attack. Now again, watch right here on the right-hand side. A couple of Seeking Air Mines come in, taking out the first Ice Hound, and that is going to drop a freeze right on the Town Hall. So obviously, that's kind of what AST was shooting for, some effective freezes. The second Lava Hound lasts a little bit too long, getting out of range of that Town Hall as they're spinning around. AST uses his own freeze spell. Then you've got the freeze there. It does help out a little bit. Look at the Stone Slammer, and keep an eye on the Stone Slammer throughout the rest of this attack. Beautiful spell timing and placement, as would be expected, but that Stone Slammer is going to just crush, and yes, it is going to survive the entirety of the remainder of this attack. Another haste spell, and that spells doom for this base. A couple of cleanup minions, balloon, and of course the baby dragon up there in the top left corner. And it's just, I mean, I'm not even sure if any of the balloons were harmed in the making of this 3-star. I mean, AST absolutely overran this base, and it's beautiful. It really is so much fun to watch these attacks. I wish I could bring you all 15, but I can tell you this, as this 3-star wraps up, the most common strategy that Alt.aTTaX used was Sui Hero Lalo. That shouldn't surprise anybody. Lots of heroes rolling in, wiping out a third to a half of the base, followed by a Lava Loon attack. Sometimes it was the Ice Hounds, and sometimes it was the regular Lava Hounds. That was by far their #1 attack. Now, this is another very interesting attack, and this is maybe part of the reason they're called Alt.aTTaX. Check out the army comp of Super Witches and Bat Spells. I'm pretty sure there's not a name for this attack, but let's go ahead and watch it right here, as you've got a Warden Walk followed by super witches that are going to get funneled into the core of this base very precisely. And again, we'll watch for that key spell timing and placement, especially the jump spell. We'll take a pause for a minute to look at that jump spell from Sir Iron, because it definitely serves a very clear purpose. And also, it's very carefully placed to make sure he doesn't accidentally send the troops off to a different enclosure. So, patience at the beginning. Nice clean funnel. Here come the super witches, and yes, that means of course they will spawn big boys. In go the big boys, and they are going to roll in through the opening that's created by that super wall breaker right there. Once the Dark Elixir drill goes down, everybody redirects to the left and heads on in towards the core of this base. Flawless funnel from the Warden that has rejoined the witches and the big boys. On the right hand side, you've of course got the Barbarian King working on the Eagle and some other stuff. And right there, check out the jump spell as everybody is about to roll into the core of the base. In comes the blimp as well, but I wanted to show the jump spell. Notice how it's not centered on that wall. It's back away from it. That's to make sure that they go into the very core compartment where that multi-target Inferno is. And then, that's right, it is the Invincible Blimp. The Warden's ability prevents the blimp from taking any damage until it is basically already on top of the Town Hall. Right there was when the Warden ability expired, and it looks a little bit scary for a minute because there's no damage happening to the Town Hall, but wait for it as the sneaky goblins come on out and pop that Town Hall 14 like your Aunt Imelda did back at your 7th birthday party when she sat on that balloon. Okay, so yes, that is an amazing attack right there. Obviously well executed, and obviously outside the box thinking from almost every single Alt.aTTaX attack. Every army they brought was not quite what you would expect to see, definitely tailored to the individual base design that Tribe had put forth, trying to confuse them, and almost flawless timing on the spells right there. You'll notice the bats are going to get through, and again, it's going to be an overkill 3-star from Sir Iron against Void's base on Tribe Gaming side. So it was close the whole week. In fact, Tribe held the lead almost the entire week until that final day. Tribe unfortunately dropped 3 2-stars facing Alt.aTTaX. I will in fact show you guys the 3 Alt.aTTaX bases that did cause Tribe some problems, but let's go ahead and take a look at one more beautiful attack from Alt.aTTaX, and this one from Verbal against another unusual base design. If you guys saw the video I made a few days ago talking about Tribe attacking Alt.aTTaX and seeing those weird ring bases, this is kind of along those same lines of a base that is designed to cause some confusion, that is designed to make the attacker think on the fly, because you don't know how your troops are going to behave once they enter that big open area in the middle of the base, or as they're dealing with a ring base. The one thing that did surprise me the most about Alt.aTTaX was fully 1/3 of their 3-stars in this war were executed with ground raids. We saw Queen Charge Hybrid, yes, that's right, my favorite strategy, but we saw a ton of attacks that I can't even really name for you guys. I mean, P.E.K.K.A. and a bunch of other stuff. The armies were truly individually tailored to each base. You could tell that these guys had spent hours planning these out. Sometimes there was just one unit that had a specific strategy or assignment, maybe one defense or one building that it was supposed to take down. But that is why Alt.aTTaX is the World Championship clan that they are. And adjusting on the fly, being ready for what might happen or change in the middle of an attack like you see right here. Verbal adjusting his spell timing and placement based upon the direction that those units took. He's got another freeze, he's got a poison left over. The Hogs, Lassie, and the Royal Champion at the very bottom of your screen are cleaning up down there, and obviously the Archer Queen up here with the King, the Warden, and some P.E.K.K.A.s are going to eventually grind through these walls and take out another Tribe Gaming base on their way to the perfect 45-star war. So, a lot of fun to watch, but what does this tell us, the average player, the rest of us who are obviously never going to compete at World Championship level? Oh, wait, I'm sure there's a couple of you in the viewership that obviously insist you're better than all of these guys, right? But besides those few guys, the rest of us can learn that, yes, obviously air attacks might be something to take up right now because the meta seems to be shifting in favor of air, although we also are expecting to see new levels to things like Archer Towers, Wizard Towers, and air defenses coming from probably the next update. Supercell leaked the images of those defenses, but nothing about the dates or when that might happen, if it would be in a balance or in a full-fledged update, which we probably won't see for a couple more months. But again, let's check out the 3 bases that Tribe had the most trouble with. Just a quick look. Obviously, I can't give you guys the links, but maybe you could bug Boom from Alt.aTTaX on Twitter. I'll put his Twitter down in the description, and you guys can ask him if he wants to share any of those amazing bases. Thank you guys again for watching all the way to the end of the episode. Better luck to Tribe next time and in the World Championship qualifiers. Thank you, Galafam, for sticking around all the way to the end of the episode. You know that's why I love thinking about and appreciate every single one of you every single day. So get out there, make the best of the rest of your day. Be kind to the people, animals, and planet. I'll see you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.
Galadon, be careful, man. I thought you were going to burst a blood vessel there.